Hi y'all, today we're making tomato basil soup and toast. Alright, we're going to start off with a big pot to put our soup in, and it's really hot. And I'm going to throw in a half a stick of butter, and there we go, half a stick of butter. And for good measure, a quarter cup of olive oil. There we go. And then a cup and a half of chopped onion. And I know the pieces aren't all even. I know that. I'm terrible at chopping onion. They're all different size. And the importance of having them as even as possible is because they cook more evenly if they're the same size. But these are okay. There we go, and those are looking pretty good. And so we'll get ready. We're going to put in a half a cup of fresh basil, and it's chopped as well. And I actually bought myself a plant, and I'm not usually bad with plants. I'm taking care of it, but it's really wanting to die. So I'm going to be back with dried basil pretty soon, but that's okay. That's okay. And if you don't have fresh basil, you can use dried basil. That's fine. No problem. And so we just put it in here, and we're going to saute it with the onion for just a little bit. And then we're going to add chicken broth. This is a 32-ounce carton of chicken broth. Got it at Dollar Tree, of course, for $1. And I don't know why, but this already looks really good to me. It hardly has any ingredients in it, but it looks great. It's a nice looking soup. I love soup. I'm probably uploading too many soup videos, but I just love soup. Can't keep away from it. Okay, now we're going to start adding the tomatoes. Now, these are whole tomatoes. They're peeled tomatoes. And they're Hunt's tomatoes, and that's important. And Hunt's has started advertising now that they're the only ones that actually steam the tomatoes to get the peels off. And I knew that, and I wondered why they didn't ever advertise that, because it really makes a big difference. But we're putting in 3 cans of tomatoes, and these were on sale for 64 cents a can, which is a good deal for Hunt's tomatoes. Now, I'm putting in whole tomatoes. You can put in the tomatoes of your choice. You can put in diced tomatoes. You can put in crushed tomatoes. I would definitely recommend crushed tomatoes, but I wanted to do something a little different here, and I love how it looks with the whole tomatoes. And then I'm putting in a can of tomato sauce as well to be a little more soupy. So you can mix and match, do whatever you want. I would kind of recommend at least 1 can of the whole tomatoes, because I think it looks really cool to have the whole tomatoes in there. But I will tell you, when you get down to the very end and you're trying to get a bowl of soup and there's not much left, when you do have the whole tomatoes, it is kind of like, you know, what am I doing here? Trying to get soup and you're just dealing with tomatoes. Okay, now we're adding in a cup of heavy cream, and that is the same as whipping cream, or heavy whipping cream, and which is what you would whip to make whipped cream. All right, now we're going to stir this up, and I don't like the color here. It's pink, but it doesn't stay pink, so that's okay. But yes, it's very pink. And also, you can add bacon to this. I love bacon with this. Fry up some bacon, put bacon in it. Now we're going to add in some salt to taste. And I always err on the side of caution. I don't like to put in too much salt, pepper, anything like that, because I'm afraid I'll put in too much. Put in just a little, try it, see if you want to put in more. Okay, here's black pepper, and I love black pepper, so I do put in quite a bit. So we're putting in salt, pepper, and now I'm going to put in some crushed red pepper. And this is one of my little secrets with soup, is that your soup never is cold unless it's just out of the refrigerator. It always retains a little bit of warmth. and it's actually the heat from the peppers. And you can use cayenne, you can use whatever pepper you want, but put just a little bit of pepper and it adds heat to it. And it's the illusion that the soup is hot. People think, oh, the soup is still warm, and it's not. It's still warm. What it is you put peppers in it, put a little crushed pepper, but they're not expecting it in a tomato soup, and so they think the soup is still hot, unless, of course, it's been in the fridge. But I don't know, there's a little secret for you. And plus, it's nice with the pepper, just a little bit of pepper. So anyway, I think that's really pretty. And we're going to start in a second on the toast. And here it comes any second. There we go. There we go, toast. And we're going to start with just a couple pieces of toast and some ricotta cheese. And we're just going to spread the ricotta on the toast. And I did not check this ricotta and just see how it tasted. And it needs some salt. So you always should check your food, taste your food, and just see how it's turning out. And salt, a lot of people like to stay away from salt. No salt, no salt, no salt. Well, salt is not that bad. I mean, you don't need a lot of it in your diet, but you know, you're not trying to make things salty. You don't need to use a ton of it. It's a flavor enhancer. It's not something that you want to taste the salt. You want the salt to help with the taste of all the other ingredients. So the ricotta definitely needed some salt. Now we're adding a couple of slices of tomato and a little bit of basil, some more basil I had left. And now the dried basil won't look as pretty here, but it does look nice anyway with the fresh basil. But the dried basil would be okay. Or if you have a little parsley or something to add some green. And if you hear a little jingle bell here, my cat's just arrived. All right, and here's the soup. And the toast in a second. And I love these colorful bowls. Got those where else? Dollar Tree. And there's my my dish, my toast and my soup. And voila, there they are. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And as always, you've been in the kitchen with Dinah.